Hillary Clinton was in New Hampshire on Tuesday just answering questions, and then one man asked her about the Keystone XL pipeline, would she support it, yes or no. Take a look at this sleazy, slimy politician 101 answer.
As president, would you sign a bill, yes or no, please, in favor of allowing the Keystone XL pipeline?
Well, as you know, I was the Secretary of State who started that process. I was the one who put into place the investigation. I have now passed it off as obvious, because I'm no longer there, to Secretary Kerry. This is President Obama's decision, and I am not going to second guess him because I was in a position to set this in motion, and I do not think that would be the right thing to do. So I want to wait and see what he and Secretary Kerry decide. If it's undecided when I become president, I will answer your question.
Again, people, this is what I'm talking about when I say that Hillary Clinton is a sold-out corporate Democrat who on tops half the issues takes progressive stances. This is what I'm talking about. What she just did there is politician 101. First you dodge the issue, then you make up a BS reason as to why you can't talk about it, and then in doing that you're just kicking the can further down the road, so that when the time comes to actually address the issue, you won't receive as much flack for turning your back on regular folks. I mean, seriously, what kind of freaking answer is that? Oh, I don't want to second guess the president because I was Secretary of State a few years ago. What? You're running for President of the United States of America. We need definitive stances on these issues. What does you being a former Secretary of State have to do with you acting like an actual presidential candidate and talking about the issues? No. See, why is she doing this? If she becomes president, she's going to approve the Keystone XL pipeline. What else will she just be beating around the rosy bush, doing this tap dance around the issue, saying, I'll talk about it later once I get to the White House? No, she's going to approve it. But she knows saying she'll approve it is going to alienate her from a lot of progressive voters. So she's just kicking the can further down the road. She just moves out of the way, just dodges it. I was Secretary of State a few years ago, so I don't want to second guess the president. What the heck is that? No. She will approve this terrible project that will tie the United States to fossil fuels for decades and decades to come. This project goes over very important water reserves, and just one drop of that toxic oil and all the water that many people depend on is gone. It defies land treaties with Native American tribes. This is a terrible project, and anyone who is serious about fighting climate change and protecting the environment would vehemently oppose this project. But when you give BS answers like this on very important issues, it makes Hillary Clinton look like a complete fraud when it comes to actually being a progressive. She's done virtually the same exact thing with the TPP, that atrocious trade deal that Obama's trying to zip through Congress right now. Oh, I don't want to give an opinion on this because we don't know what's in it. No, we know some of what's in it, and that portion of the deal looks absolutely disastrous for the average American. So unless the rest of the deal is getting rid of those provisions, you should oppose it at all costs if you're serious about protecting the American people. But she's not. She's not. She's a sold-out corporate Democrat. Keep trying to tell you. And it makes you wonder if she's even serious about doing anything on climate change. She just proposed this great plan for combating climate change, saying that by 2027, 1/3 of our electricity will be generated by renewables. She said she wants to create 500 million solar panels. Great ideas. But then she doesn't give a definitive stance on this Canadian pipeline that will transport hundreds of thousands of barrels a day of some of the dirtiest oil on the planet across the heartland of our country. Are you kidding me? Really? No, she's not a progressive. I don't care what you people say. I don't care if she talks about income inequality. Because guess what? Many people talk about income inequality. Ted Cruz talks about income inequality. I don't care if she spouts out basic progressive rhetoric. Many politicians do that nowadays. Because progressive issues are popular. Because you know what? When we get to the actual issues, she is not being consistent. That's simple. Now, there's one more point I wanted to make on this. There were a couple people in the comment section that they were like, Hillary isn't in bed with Wall Street. That's a lie. No. It's the cold hard truth, man. It's the cold hard truth. Get this. 4 out of her top 6 donors over a political career, they're banks. Citigroup, Chase, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, banks. And there was an article out recently. I forget where it came from. I think it was New York Times. Anyway, not important. But this article, it was talking about just how deep her connections go with Wall Street. All it takes is one phone call to a friend, and then they call a friend, and boom, boom, pow, she's rounded up tons of money from her Wall Street friends. In this article, it talked about how she's acting like she's going to be tough on Wall Street. Wall Street insiders, they know she's bluffing. They know she's bluffing. They know she's got these big backs. They trust her so much that even when she calls them out, they're confident she's still going to fight for them. But I know, she can fit it in her schedule to fight for us too. She's a real progressive. Heck no. Progressives are sold out to the same greedy fools who wreck our economy again and again. Progressives do not approve projects that will destroy the environment. Progressives vehemently oppose trade deals that are going to harm millions of Americans. Hillary Clinton is a sold-out corporate Democrat. It's going to be Obama 2.0 if she ever finds her way to the White House. But it's going to be even more dangerous. You know why? Because she has even more connections to the establishment.